Hey everyone, Leo with the Dreaming Tree, and welcome to the assembly video for our yellow fantasy floral card. Now I have all of my pieces cut out, as should you, and this is a very simple card, and it's pretty unique. Well, I don't know that I've seen many cards like this. That's actually the prototype. But what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our card base. That's this guy here. And we're going to take this piece right here, and you'll notice that on this piece here we have some markers in the center, and there's a little T, the letter T on there. You want to make sure that it's right side up. You don't want it upside down. Okay, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue this this panel right onto the front. Well, this won't be the front when we're done with it, but for now we'll call this the front. And we want to make sure that we leave a nice even border all the way around. So grab your glue, make sure it's flowing nicely, and let's begin gluing that down. I think you're really going to enjoy these cards. They're very quick and straightforward, but very impressive and unique. Okay, so let's get that right onto the front of the card base. And again, just make sure that you have a nice even border all the way around. Okay, and just press that down into place. So that is that. And then what we're going to do, we have this piece here, which I've already pre-folded, and this is a very thick silver foil. What's going to happen here is we're going to glue this right onto just the back part here. So we're going to put glue on just this piece here. Okay, so let's do that. And that's going to get glued to the back of this card base. So there's like 3 layers to this, I guess you could say. So that's going to be on front. Okay, like so. So slide that all the way down and then just fold it over onto the back and press that down. You want to make sure that you have it centered. There we go. And just hold that in place for a moment and let that set. Now, if you are using gold foil or silver foil like I am, and you scored this with your score tool, this is pretty thick, so you're going to want to keep pushing that down until you're sure it has a nice firm hold, because that is probably almost twice as thick as the cardstock. I may need to go in and reapply some glue here. We'll see. Hopefully not. Okay, so it looks like that held on nicely. Okay, so it's technically like 3 pages. So it's a little bit different than what we're used to, but it's really cool. So now we've got this piece that's going to go onto the front like so. Okay, just like that. And that's going to get glued down flat. So now I'm gluing cardstock to silver foil. And silver foil is it's not very porous. It's not like your cardstock where, you know, it's got all those little nooks and crannies where it can take and absorb that paper. So again, we're going to need to be pretty patient with this section here just to make sure that it does stay in place and set correctly. Now also, if you are using a foil like I am, you want to make sure that you get this in the right spot the first time, because if you don't and you move it around, you will blemish your paper. We don't want that. So you want to get that as centered as possible, like so. That turned out nice. I'll hold that down. Okay, and then all that's left to do is put our little flower together. Okay, and I did pretty good there. I don't think I left any glue where it shouldn't be. There we go. Okay, and I did take this piece here and I did emboss it. Okay, just to kind of give it a little bit of extra something. Okay, so it's going to open up like this to expose the flower, and then of course you can open it again to write or stamp. You know, you've got plenty of room in there. to write whatever you want for whatever occasion. Okay, so next, all that's left to do here is just put together our little 3D flower. And I'm going to grab a set of dowels because we are going to train them a bit. We're going to start off gluing this down flat. Let's open this up. And we're going to take this piece here, and I'm going to take and actually curl these petals back a little bit just to give them a little bit of dimension. Now these are going to mostly flatten out once we put them in the envelope, but they will maintain a little bit of this dimension that we're adding to it. So all I'm doing is I'm taking and putting the tip of the petal or the leaf there between my finger and the dowel, and then I'm just pulling it back and curling it towards me. Okay, so that's all we really need to do for that piece. And we're going to apply our glue just to this little circle here. Don't need to put any glue on the actual leaves. And again, you'll notice that we have a little marker there with the letter T. It's right side up. And there's like little arrows there. And those little arrows are going to go into these little valleys here where the leaf joins the little circle. So you want to get that right in place, like so. And just press that down like so. Okay. Next, we're going to take this little guy here, this little flower, and I'm going to just curl these backwards a little bit. Okay, so that's the front, this is the back, and I'm taking each petal, putting it between my dowel and my finger, and kind of lifting it towards me a little bit, and then running the dowel through. And that's going to give it a little bit of dimension like that. So it's not completely flat. You can see how they're kind of curling back a little bit. And just like we did before, just going to throw a little bit of glue around the little circle part and pop that right into place. Just use the circle from the previous layer as your guide. And I would probably take and have one of the petals pointing up like that. I don't think it really matters how you put it down. Okay, so there you have that. Next, we have the remaining 3 layers, and what we're going to do with these, we're actually going to curl these towards us. Okay, so take your dowel, place it between each of the petals, lift it up towards you just a little bit, and then run that dowel through. Very simple. And that's going to give it a little bit of dimension just to lift it up ever so slightly. Okay, now we're not going to glue this one down just yet. This one we're actually going to use a little foam square to give it some added dimension. Now with this guy here, we're going to take and curl these individual little petals towards us to lift those up ever so slightly. Okay. Just like that. And this one's going to go on top of this one. We're going to glue that straight down right on top of it. Throw a tiny little bit of glue on there. And just match it up with the existing little circle. Press that down. Okay, and then finally, we have this little guy, and there's not much you can really do to this. You can try to kind of curl these up a little bit. And actually, if you have a very thin little dowel, you can certainly give it a little bit of dimension. Now I just actually blemished it because there was something on there. That's okay. Yeah, that one, I don't know if you really need to do much with it. I am curling it back just a tad, but I don't think it's really necessary. Okay, so we'll throw a little bit of glue on the back of this guy here. Okay, and we'll pop that right into the center of this piece. Just like that. We'll flip her over, and I've got some nice little foam squares here, tiny ones. We don't need a big one for this. Pop that right on there, peel the backing off of it, and we'll place that right in the center. And I'm going to offset these petals so they're not right on top of each other. I'll give them a little bit of a twist so that they're all kind of getting equal time in the sun, so to speak. Okay, so there's our beautiful little fantasy flower, and look at that. Okay, so that's how that looks. Beautiful, quick, easy. You can put your little sentiment here, and then whatever you want to write in here. You got plenty of room for all that good stuff, and this is a very quick, very pretty card. So that's it for this card. Now let's go ahead and put the envelope together. Each of these cards from this new bundle comes with an envelope, and I've already pre-folded everything, which you'll want to do as well. And we're going to begin by folding these two flaps in and applying just a little thin line of glue right along the inner edge here, like that, and here. And then we'll take and fold this up and press and hold that down. Okay, keep holding, make sure that it sets completely before you let it go. Beautiful. And then we're going to take this piece and glue that to the inside of the top flap here. Okay, so what we want to do is apply glue to this entire back portion here. Okay, I'll show you a quick little trick to make this a lot easier. Okay, so we'll take this guy here and we'll just slide it in there. I've got my, this is my texture side, and just press it up against the little crease there, the score mark or the score line. Make sure it's centered. Keep on pushing forward and then just bring this down and press down. Okay, so it's very simple. And that's it. So that's pretty much it for this one. What I will do actually is take and add, I'm going to add a little bit of bling, probably to these little holes here, located just below each of these little floral elements, and that's going to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please take a moment and visit us on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. As you can see, our subscribers are, every time I walk in here, it seems like there's another 100. So hopefully you'll be part of the next 100 that come through. And if you make this or anything from our new bundle, I would love to see it, and so would the rest of our community. So head over to your Facebook and do a search for Dreaming Tree Group, or you can type in this little URL that you see here at the bottom. So yeah, very quick, huh? I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And I look forward to crafting with you again. Hey, thanks for crafting along with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out some of our other videos, and also please consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to visit our site and check out our free SVG section, where we have over 140 free SVG files complete with assembly videos. I look forward to crafting with you soon.